How many people in this room are afraid of snakes? I know I am. And I love my customers, and all three of my companies are customer-driven. But when a 5-foot snake came into the dining room disrupting our clients when they were trying to eat, there's not a customer service manual that's ever been written that deals with this issue. You know, how do you pick up that snake without getting bit? About 5 years ago, Matchbox 20 came to Dark Horse Recording. They stayed for 4 months and 4 days, and we have a 4-bedroom log home that we rent out. And so because they are from all different parts of the country, they wanted to come together and get sequestered, almost like in their beginning days. And I remember when they first came here, with the road that goes in front of Dark Horse Recording, they brought in a 48-foot tractor trailer filled with gear, and they started removing over 100 guitars, keyboards, drums, amplifiers, and everything else they wanted to bring into the studio. And literally all afternoon, the entire street was littered with wardrobe cases and lighting rigs and staging and all of this. And that's only one of 6 tractor trailers that they use when they go on tour. And during the time that they were here, I started learning a lot about the recording process. They wrote and recorded 26 songs just to see which ones would make the cut. They constantly ordered in catering and lots of drinks, lots of drinking. It was on one of those nights that it was a Sunday night actually, and I got a call from a very distraught intern, and he said, "Robin, there is a 5-foot black snake that has wandered into the cabin," because they left the front door open, and literally the snake is at the dining room table right where they're eating. Like I said, there's no customer service manual anywhere that's going to deal with this issue. And so the only thing I could think to do was go online and try to find somebody that could help me solve this problem. I ran across an ad that said, reptile and snake removal. I thought, okay. So I call up, and a guy answers the phone, and his name is Kevin. And this is the kind of customer service that he gave. He said, "I should be willing to settle for the consequences of my actions because I left the door open." And he said, "I'm not about to come tonight." And I said, "And if I do come tomorrow, my fee is going to be $450. So finally I said, "Listen, this is a recording studio, and there's a rock and roll band here, and they're being completely disrupted by this snake." And he wouldn't budge. So finally I said, "Listen, the band is Matchbox 20, and I've got to do something tonight." Once I said that, the tables turned. All of a sudden, it was obvious that he was a fan, because he said, "Okay, I'm on my way." So then finally, Kevin pulls up in this painted van. I kid you not, it had pictures of like alligators and possums and raccoons and snakes on the side. And out steps Kevin with an acoustic guitar. I should have known. Everybody in Nashville wants to be a country star, or at least everybody in Nashville wants to be a hit songwriter. And Kevin proved to be no different. And when it was all said and done, he got Rob, Paul, Brian, and Kyle to sign his guitar, and he bagged the snake, promised to let it go, and took off and never charged me a dime. So... And I'd like to think that that snake in the dining room helped give the band a little extra adrenaline to help that album go #1. No matter what comes at you, no matter how out of left field, how insurmountable, at least show your customers that you're doing everything you can to solve the problem. And #2, approach every situation with an entrepreneurial mindset. In other words, this is a time that you've got to step outside conventional wisdom and to find unexpected solutions to solve these problems. And #3, always remember, there's always a way. There's always a way to turn tragedy into triumph, or lemon into lemonade.